I just stumbled into a hole full of Wardens and ancient debris, and in a few minutes I would leave either wealthy or dead.
Go, there's a shrieker. Okay. Stop the stuff. Oh my Tide Pod. Oh my Tide Pod. What is this?
When the server was first starting, I saw a sign that would later prove to be very important, but at the time I kind of ignored it and went on my way. Now you may be wondering how I just started flying. Basically, this is the Soar SMP, a sky-themed server where everyone starts with a custom item called a Soar Orb that lets you fly for a limited amount of time. You could get more Soar Orbs from killing players, so getting good gear before the 1 hour grace period ended was essential. Luckily for me, there were 5 other sky islands around the map containing pretty good stuff, and I happened to know that one of them was located above an ancient city, so I headed out in search of a snowy mountain biome where ancient cities were more likely to spawn. On my way, I found a village, so I killed the iron golem for a little bit of iron and continued searching until finally I found it.
Oh, yeah, I think that's it.
I started building up to it.
Okay. This is what I'm gonna do.
But as I got closer, I heard active skull shriekers. If I wasn't careful, I could accidentally spawn a warden, which could kill me immediately. So what did I do? I ran in as fast as I could, grabbed everything there, and jumped off the island to my water at the bottom before falling into powdered snow, crafting full diamond armor with some of the stuff from the island, and going into a cave to gather more resources that I would need. You see, my plan to get good stuff was to get a level 30 enchantment table. To do this, I would need an enchantment table and a lot of books for bookshelves. The best way to get a lot of books was to mine the bookshelves in the Stronghold library, so I planned to locate the Stronghold by finding a lava pool to go to the Nether, and I would do that by going into this cave, and whoops, I forgot there was an ancient city there. I decided to spend some time trying to loot it, but after having no luck with enchanted golden apples and spawning a warden, I decided to get out of there by building one of the worst nether portals I've ever made, but oops, I didn't have a flint and steel, and there's a warden right here.
Yeah, I'm gonna just...
This was bad, because everyone on the server only had 10 lives, and losing all of them would get you banned. Fortunately, you only lose lives when you die to players, so I was able to kill the warden by setting my spawn point and hitting the warden before dying, respawning, and repeating. Eventually, I made it to the Nether, found a bastion, then a Nether fortress, and after getting some blaze rods, I logged off for the day to go to a chess tournament. When I got back, I forgot to record, but I found the Stronghold. We weren't allowed to go to the end for another month, but that didn't matter since all I had to do was mine the books and set up a base, then I would gain access to level 30 enchantments. However, to get the high level enchantments, I would also need, well, a high level from getting lots of experience points. The issue with that was that there was some kind of bug on the server that stopped any hostile mobs from spawning naturally in the overworld. This would have been a problem if I hadn't found a spawner right next to my new base that I quickly turned into an experience farm. But this was still really slow, and it took me an hour of AFKing to get to level 30, so after some enchanting, I mined quartz in the Nether to get the rest of the experience I would need. At some point, I remembered the weird signs at the server spawned.
Yes, a very interesting sign.
So I went to investigate them and found that they were in a different language.
That is not English.
That upon opening up Google Translate turned out to be Latin.
Someone unglowed this sign. Okay.
I quickly thought of a possible solution to the puzzle.
A place to be sought by the devil. Where could that be? A place is a location. A location is coordinates. So that means to be sought by the devil is like 666. So what if I go to 666 on both coordinates? That's this way. Oh my god. So let's go to 666. Oh, there's a... Is it that abandoned village?
Upon arriving at the location and using a mod called Freeplane Mod to look underground, I turned out to be correct. Other than the abandoned village nearby, beneath me was an absurd amount of ancient debris being guarded by a ridiculous number of wardens. My plan to collect the ancient debris was simple. Dying to the Wardens didn't cost me anything, so I would set my spawn point a little bit above the cave thingy and put everything I didn't need in the chest, preparing to walk to my death over and over again, getting a little bit more netherite each time.
But it's okay because I'm getting all the netherite ever. All over here and stop grabbing on where my stuff is. What if I jump down? Will they follow me? Oh, I think they did.
The plan worked perfectly, and after a while, I was able to get 24 ancient debris, enough for 6 netherite ingots, and finally I left the area unbeknownst to what I would find when I came back later.
Oh my Tide Pod, there's bedrock in this.
But that's going to be in another video. If you don't want to miss it, make sure you subscribe, because for now, this one is done.